Hey guys, I got this BC 2000, really nice bass console. I just fully restored it. Bunch of parts I changed out on here. All the capacitors were changed, okay. It had a few issues, real issue troubleshooting these, pain in the ass. We cleaned all the flux off the boards, were sloppy. We put all new connectors on the back, Teflon connectors. We got rid of these older ones. These are some of the components that were bad that I changed out in there that were causing issues. And as you notice this, right? This was on the board in there. Ooh, my dog. This was on the board in there. That's why I like to go in and clean everything in these older radios and CBs. You never know. And I don't think anyone was in this one, to be honest with you. It didn't look it, so it's pretty original. Just wasn't working. I don't know if you guys worked on these, but they're a pain in the ass. The schematic sucks. The service manual that you get for it sucks. Everything sucks for information-wise. As far as the unit, it's awesome. If you're gonna have CP 400 or one of the other CP transceivers, you definitely want one of these. It's just kick butt. So right now I'm using it as a frequency counter. I did an alignment on it, and we did a total restoration on it. All the knobs were white in, it was repainted. I mean, top to bottom it went through. It's good to go. It has the clock on it. The clock works. You set it in the back, fast and slow. Has the antenna tuner on it. The antenna tuner works. I tested that. It has the antenna 1, antenna 2 switch on it. I tested both antennas on it. I put a dummy load on one, an antenna on the other, and I was fooling around with it for a while. And now I just have this hooked up to my signal generator. And let me just move this out of the way. This belongs to Bill out of Toronto. I did this, he bought this when I was in the middle of restoring it, before I even finished restoring it. So Bill, I'm just using this for a demo today, to show how it works so good with the CPI transceivers. So right now, you're gonna see the blinking on here. Just ignore that. It's not blinking with your eyes. It's only blinking with the camera, I guess a shutter speed. So right now I'm at it's saying 100, which you could see I'm only 250 to 300, but sometimes they'll go below. So we do see I do have a 100. It goes down to 10. I can't go any lower than 100. I tried. So let's just go to frequency 40 megahertz, and you'll see we're on the 40 megahertz. All right, again, it's blinking, and I apologize for that, but I'm gonna put you down here, and let me just show you how this is set up, because I don't want you guys to screw this up. Let me unplug this, and this is from my signal generator. All right, we're not on that anymore. So if you look on the back of this, let me do this carefully. I want to show you these switches and stuff on the back here. All right, so if you look on the back, you got your RF sample and your counter in, right? So if you're using another radio other than a CPI, you're gonna have to jump RCA to RCA here, just the jumper, for it to give you a frequency readout, and it will only be in transmit. It will not do the readout in receive, so it's not going to follow as you scan, and I'm going to show you that. All right, here's your antenna switch 1 and 2. I don't know why they put them back here. It made it easier because it's just splitting these two, I guess, instead of putting a remote and having too much cable and a relay and stuff like that. But your transceiver in, that's where you're going to put your antenna out of your CPI or other radio. Always goes into that, and you're going to use either antenna 1 or antenna 2. Again, I use antenna 1 for the radio, and antenna 2 I usually put a dummy load on, unless you have a vertical and horizontal you want to put on here. You can put them both on there. Here's your clock set, 12-hour or 24-hour clock, slow and fast set, and this is your pre and direct. Okay, so right now we are on direct, I'm sorry, and it will work as a frequency counter. You're going to go into this top unit. But let me just hook this up real quick. I'm going to put you down here. I apologize. I am doing this by hand, and I don't want you to get dizzy. So I'm just going to try to lay this down here and hope it doesn't fall. I'm going to carefully move this back over here. So again, load, we're going to go antenna 1. I'm using antenna 1. The switch is on in the back. Coming from the CP2000, we're going to go into the exverter. Now you're going to have here this, you're going to have an RCA cable go into the counter in, right? And then from the counter in, you're going to go to the CPI radio, and that's going to have a test on the back. It's going to go to the test, okay? So the test comes out of the CP2000, goes into the back of the BC2000 into the counter in. Now this sample in, I'm going to plug something else in here, and I'm going to plug in, where is it? I have a connection here somewhere. Where'd I put it? I should have kept that. Shoot, where'd I put that thing? Just had it in my hand, I thought. Man, don't get old. All right, we'll do it a different way. I'm just going to, all right, I have this. Just got to get a cable out. Let me, oh, here's a cable. This cable is going to go into the bottom, which is the RF sample, okay? And let's see where we are. Turn that on. Oh. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so when you have it connected direct, right, you're going to see right here, channel 20. Let me turn the volume down. Channel 20, and it's following it. Channel 20, right? It's on receive, and it's following it. If you have it hooked to a normal radio, it's not going to follow it. It's only going to follow it when you transmit. Okay? So when you transmit, it'll show you the frequency. Now, when you have it on following, you're going to have that switch in the back to pre. Okay? Put that to pre. Hook that up. And it's going to follow it. And now on the bottom, that RF sample that I plugged in onto the BC2000 comes up, and it goes to my oscilloscope. And you're going to see when I key, let me make sure your mic gain's on. When I key up, we can monitor through the BC2000. It takes a sample, and it takes the sample, I believe it's 40 dB attenuation on the sample. So we have the sample there. I have it also going to my spectrum analyzer. On key it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, test audio, 1, 2, 3. So there you have it, guys. This thing is set, mint, ready to go. Because it's totally restored and calibrated, I'm gonna ask $500 for this plus the ride. So if anyone wants it, let me know. Bill, if you're interested, I know you said you had one of these that either it was working or not working. Maybe we could work out a swap. I could send you this one with it, and you know, we could do a swap with some money on top of it. And I'll send you this new one, but and then I'll restore the one you had and sell that one different time. But so let me know, guys. Here it is, beautiful BC 2000 bass console. All right, 73s, God bless, stay safe, and I'll put my contact information in the description of the video. All right, guys, and bye.